don't like this one, you may like one of these. Do you find anything which is more familiar with you here? Or kind of this. I want to share this with you. It is my great privilege to speak for someone who I love very much and I miss very much what he did for this university as well as for the church here in Korea. Actually, he passed away early this year, February 19th. Actually, he was born in the last century, early last century, 1912. So he lived up to the age of 101. He is now resting in his tomb waiting for the coming of Jesus Christ. He passed away in the February, but early in April, the Korean Seventh Adventist United States invited the president of the university and also the president of the Korean Union Conference. And Dr. Kim Sang-nae couldn't go to the United States in the time of the year, so the school sent me as a representative of the Korean Samyang University community. So I went there to attend the memorial service for the late James Lee, and together with the president of Korean Union. So I attended all these ceremonies there. In that occasion, I made something like a poem. I wouldn't say it is a real poem, but I wrote something for that occasion. This is what I wrote at the time. So I don't want to read all these things in Korean, but just take a look at the pictures together with the words here. I think many or all of you you know that there is a big long picture in the building of library in the first floor. So that was painted by one of the sons of James Lee. So his name is Alfred Lee. He is artist, really good artist. He's teaching at one of the universities in the United States. He painted the whole thing. It represents the 1 century of history of Samyang University. It is contrasted to the 4 seasons of the year, first spring and summer, autumn and winter. I think you will enjoy looking at those pictures. So this is parts. I took this picture myself, but I can't show you it at one scene here. So I think you can see the man, right? He is James Lee. He is one of the 3 persons who went up to the Boyapong to look around the area so that they can choose the right site for Samyang University. It was in the year 1947, I guess. So this is the pictures of the early stage of our university history. I think you can recognize some of the pictures here. Ellen White is there, some early missionaries in Korea. And that is the picture of the Eunyeong-hakyo, which is the president of some university. Okay. Here again we have James Lee, our Watts, and the martyr Che Tae-hyun, and Lee Sung-wei, the father of Lee Dong. Here we have some other early leaders of our church and our school. In the middle, I think we see there Donald Lee, the brother of James Lee, and Sikorsky, T.V. Sikorsky, and Rudy Grimes, and Kim Jong-hwa, and Song Won, and Lee Gi-don, the former president of the university, and Kim Hong-yang, Park Hae-jong, and Shin Ge-hun, and finally someone here. These are the parents of James Lee, Howard Lee and his wife. So this is the rough translation of what I wrote as a poem here. Okay? The title is The Crown of Righteousness in memory of James and Lee. In the early dawn of the last century, when this land was yet in the gray of morn, setting aside the sweet dreams of honeymoon, the newlywed couple Howard and Carrie Lee set sail a steamboat bound for Joseon, yet an unknown country and glory. The missionaries, bound together by the love of soul, strengthened by the missionaries' zeal, and living in conjugal harmony, had a boy who grew and learned Korean as if it were his mother tongue. One day, as a teenager, James went out to the city of Pyongyang, where the boys, seeing a Westerner for the first time, gathered around him and teased him by calling him Yankobegi, high-nosed American. Looking at James, who is very hairy, one of the curious boys stroked his arm and said, "How come you have so many hairs? You have too many hairs. You are really hairy like a dog." Embarrassed, James took an arm of one of the boys and stroked it the same way, saying, "How come you have no hairs? You don't have any hairs. You have no hairs at all, like a snake." The young man with such sense of humor, James, following his parents' faith, became a missionary in Korea, his second fatherland, just like his real fatherland, and devoted his whole life for elementary education. The work that began as Sunan is flourishing in Seoul. The tree planted as a tiny one, Rimyeon, has grown to be a giant tree, Samyeon. It is spreading the seeds of the gospel all over the beautiful country. Oyakong, Lee Ho, Lee here, carries his family name. Jae-myung-ho, James Lee, carries his first name, so that his faith and his passion may be inherited to the coming generations. However, as we hear the news of his demise, we feel an unspeakable sorrow and miss him dearly. We deeply lament over his loss, but he leaves his footprints behind. Those who follow him will continue from generation to generation. At the end of this world history, all will enter into eternity. For an entire century outstretched, he has run his race and finished it. He now peacefully lies in his final resting place, waiting for the soon coming of the Lord, who will give him, I'm sure, the crown of righteousness, which will brightly shine upon his head. This is the Centennial Memorial Hall. It's the second to newest building on the campus. You know what is the very newest one? Okay, this is Jae-myung Hall, taking James Lee's first name. Jae-myung is his Korean name. This is the name of the road leading up to the lake from the theology corps. Unsan is another name for one of the three persons who came to this site to choose this site for our school. One of the those three, and he is also Lee Yoshik. His other name is Unsan. That's why this road took the name Unsan in commemoration of his work here. This is chapel or Universal Church building. This is Zion Hall, boys' dorm. This is music hall. This is the big auditorium or memorial for 70th anniversary of this university auditorium. This is the administrative building. This is the third science hall, which is used for pharmacy or nursing department students. This is where you are. Originally, they wanted to call it Future Hall, but since this is a complex composed of 3 different pieces, so one of them is John. That is where we are. John Hall, John building. The other one is Daniel, because Seventh-day Adventists are famous for their knowledge or interpretation of the books of Daniel and Revelation. I think the present administration took those names for that purpose, that reason, I guess. And the other one, the third one is the museum building. The spotless Lamb of Heaven, given there for me. The theology hall. Museum. We opened this one last month. I think we better visit this one, especially the third and fourth, where the archaeological discoveries and biblical reference materials are displayed there. This is a picture of one-year seminary students. There are 4 teachers there representing the theology department. So this is most recent picture that I took. Actually, I took this picture yesterday. You know where this is, right? In commemoration of his service for Korean church, especially for Samyang University. We erected this one. We are very much indebted to him and his family as a whole. That's why we are commemorating his service, his life, as well as his death. Without their efforts, ministry, service, we are not here. The university cannot be such a good university as we are without them. Of course, all these grace comes from the Lord, but they are real challenge through which we see. Once again, I would like to express our deep thanks, gratitude for the late H.D. and his family. Thank you for the attention. If you like